Okay, so time now for the good news segment with Epiphania. Stay with us, don't go.
Good news.
Good news.
Good news.
Good news.
So first off, we're starting from Cape Verde, where we actually have 140 people being trained into renewable energy and the maintenance systems of it. I think this was a good thing because I was very happy when it actually went down, and this was done by the Center for Renewable Energy and Industrial Maintenance of Cape Verde. That's SEMI for short. Now, we know what renewable energy is like and how much a lot of African countries are striving to be able to attain that and to drift towards that so they can cut down on cost that is being incurred by the electricity, the fossil fuel, and the rest. And so it's a good thing that SEMI thought that fine. If we want to purchase or move through this part, we need to train people in this kind of field. So then let's train indigenous, let's train locals so that you don't actually have a company start something like that and then you have to go and bring people from other countries to come and rather work in that field. So then they actually embarked on a training thing, but it was like a partnership they did with Luxembourg. It's a development agency, and I think it's a good thing. We always need people who are African conscious.
Okay, right. Luxembourg. Okay.
Yes.
That sounds like the country, Luxembourg. Anyway, yeah.
So I think 140 people have been trained, and some of them include females as well.
Okay.
Yes, I mean, I think that's a great thing for females to be part of it. Now, the main objective is to strengthen the regional integration of the energy sector as well, because I don't know, but if you're in Africa and if you're looking at the trends happening, you know that most African countries in terms of energy are drifting towards the renewable sector because the non-renewable is costing a lot of money. There's a lot of debt, and that is actually crippling the economies from beneath.
Right.
I hope other African countries can pick from this and learn. Let's just emulate it, you know?
That's the idea.
Sometimes we wait till it's upon us. And then we realize that, we don't have the expertise. We lack the skills. So then let's just bring some other people. Let's just hand it over to some other foreign company. No.
Yeah.
It's good if you're planning to probably transition to that side, probably, let's say, in 2025. Then from now to 2025, you invest in the people. You actually invest in training. If there's a certain group of people you have to send outside so they can be supervisors, you send them outside. They go learn where they have to learn it from, master it, and when they come back, they also come and train those you have here.
Yeah.
By the time it's 2025 and you actually do set up or get that system running, you have people who are locals, but then they are mastering it because they have acquired the skills for it.
Right.
Well, that's the first good news we have.
That's a good one. Okay.
Well, the second good news is coming from our base, Ghana.
Right. You have all smiley face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have Audrey Mamiesi Swatson, and she happens to be the youngest female commercial pilot in the country.
Nice. Okay.
Guess what? She's just 21 years old.
Wow.
And she's a first officer with Passion Air, and it's just exciting. Now,
Okay.
she says that black girls can fly too.
Well, but I think, well, okay. Let's continue.
No, I know we've had other segments, but I think when she's talking about black girls can fly too, in this case, she's not referring to like African Americans. She's talking about Africans on the continent.
But I think there are a lot of them. I think there are. Kenya, Ethiopia. There are a number of, But considering her age, and her being the youngest and all, and that's the whole icing on
I
the
love the
cake.
fact that she didn't say black women. She said black girls. So then, I mean, from
Of
young...
course, she needs to, yeah, I think that
Yes.
makes the difference
Yes.
there. Okay.
Now, she started pursuing her passion in aviation when she was just 18 years old.
Wow.
So she attended the March 1st Aviation Academy in South Africa for flight training. And then she also had her first solo flight there just after a year.
Okay.
She eventually obtained her commercial pilot license after completing a total of 210 hours, at which she flown by the age of 21. She had done 210 hours on it. Yes.
Wow.
Now
Okay.
she's very happy, and she has founded her own aviation company, which she calls
Oh,
Excel Aviation.
all right.
So she serves as the CEO over there, and she's actually glad to have the opportunity to inspire the children and let them know that you can dream and you can actually fly, but you have to pursue it.
Absolutely. Okay.
One key thing, though, she's not leaving out and is crediting mainly for her success is education.
Right.
She says without education, she wouldn't be where she is. And
Mm.
education is what has paved the way. That is what has enabled her become who she is. And now she actually can inspire others, which is a
Others.
very
Mm.
important thing for her. So I think on this note, we just want to say that we should look at our educational sectors very much, very seriously, and be well focused on it. I think last week, Friday, from Niger, the president was saying that he's very serious about the educational sector and he's going to invest almost what he can. He's going to put everything, it's like putting his back into it to make sure the educational sector stands a lot.
Right. First of all, I think it's every child's response. I mean, every child's rights to be educated, and it's not just about the education. We've seen how much, scholars, school of thoughts have been talking about how, what do you call it, theoretical based our educational system is. It's good, you study well, but at the end of the day, you pass and that's it. I think there should be more emphasis on the practicality of our work in school. Whatever we do in class, we should have the practical aspect of it as well. I think with that, it could help. It could help. All right.
Well, that's all we
That's
have.
all we
for
have
good news,
for
yeah.
good news. 1:30 JMC live with me, Barry Musa, on the Africa Daily Show. You just heard that on the good news segment.